Hello, I'm Linda Eady. I'm the Director of Film Programming for the Denton Black Film Festival. And I'm happy to welcome you to our 2022 Film Selection Reveal. This time last year, we, along with the rest of the world, were learning to reimagine the way we could present live entertainment in a virtual world. Well, we've now settled into this new normal and have come to appreciate the beauty of reaching a wider, more diverse audience, and we're receiving more film submissions than ever. So with no further ado, I'll turn it over to our co-host, writer and comedian Mary Boyce, and film critic, the movie brother, Ant Johnson.
Thank you, Linda. I love this year's theme for the Denton Black Film Festival, Explore Again, because it kind of invites the audiences to experience Black culture at its best, either virtually or in one of our beautiful COVID-safe venues.
Mary, I totally agree. It just feels right to remind people that we're offering them an opportunity to participate through a variety of mediums and allowing them to choose what works best for them. There's live music, spoken word, art, comedy, tech expo, and of course, hundreds of remarkable films, which is why we're here. It's a virtual celebration of the best of Black themed cinema.
Amen. And speaking of celebrations, Aunt, some of our favorite films have milestone birthdays in 2021. Nutty Professor, starring Eddie Murphy, Independence Day, starring Will Smith, The Preacher's Wife, starring Denzel and Whitney Houston, all turned 25 this year.
That's right, Mary. And, not to be a one-upper, but you do know Shaft turned 50 this year.
Shut your mouth. You know, I love the representation of the participants we have too, because when you think about it, some of us saw some of those old movies actually live in the theater. Some saw them for the first time on TV. Some saw them on VHS.
Yeah, and some of y'all saw the bootleg versions. Nobody else was on after that. It got quiet all of a sudden, but no fire sticks. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh my, look at the time. Ann, are you ready for the big reveal?
Yes, let's do that. We've got an amazing group of people to help us introduce the categories.
They are Linda Eady, who we've already heard from, and some of our DBFF film selection team members, including longtime volunteers and film team members Francis Punch, TK Henderson, Ray Pleasant, Daisy Best, Aaron Boyce, Frederick Nick Nicholson, Shauna Myers, and Charles Nicholson.
Okay, so our first category is narrative features. We're happy to have one of our veteran submission team members, Francis Punch. Francis, share how being on the film submission team for so long has changed the way you view the films you watch purely for entertainment.
Thank you, Ant. This question awakened many memories for me. Thinking back, I first had to learn that a narrative film is a fictional film. The story is the action of the movie, and the plot is how the story is told. This may sound simple, yet complicated, which is how my thinking has evolved over the years of participating on the film submission team. In the beginning years, I was such a novice. With my little bit of knowledge, I became quite a harsh critic, looking at every frame as individual pieces, dissecting all the content. This chosen approach almost ruined the entertainment aspect for me. My point of view is now more polished. I have learned to appreciate the skills and knowledge of all the individuals in front and behind the scenes. I cherish the complex nuances that evoke emotion. I look for a well-woven structure that passes the time so smoothly that you just want to get lost inside a story. And I praise the embodied characters that make you see yourself. Now that's enjoyment. Thank you, Denton Black Film Festival, for continuing your excellence. Back to you, Ant.
And here are some of the narrative features you will be able to check out at the 2022 Denton Black Film Festival.
So, Ant, you're a film critic, and after a year having to watch films virtually due to the pandemic, how did it feel to return to the theater to review new feature films?
Mary, I gotta tell you, it felt great. I mean, you know, the overpriced popcorn, the sticky floors, the giant vats of soda, 20 minutes of movie trailers. You know, you go in an empty theater and it's a ton of seats, but that one person that comes and sits right next to you, you know what I mean? I welcomed all of it. But I also like the option of viewing the films at home when I choose to.
Right. Were there any films that you saw virtually that you said, man, I really wish I had seen this in the theater because of the special effects?
Oh, Mary, I got to tell you, there's not one in particular that comes to mind as far as like special effects. But, you know, even with the sticky floors and, you know, the overpriced popcorn and stuff, it's always my preference to go to the theater to see a film. It's just something about it. So I'm so happy that, you know, theaters have started to reopen.
You know, Denton Black Film Festival presented the movie Summer of Soul, and some of us got a chance to go screen that. And I had seen that online on Hulu, and I'm so glad that I got a chance to see it in the theater. It made all the difference in the world with the music and the larger than life characters. So that was a great. It was a great way to compare, you know, seeing them online versus in the theater. Linda, how did the festival switch to virtual screenings last year affect you and your team? I mean, what has the capability done for the film festival?
You know, Mary, it's been both interesting and challenging, this learning experience for us. And probably the biggest takeaway is really discovering the wider reach available to us for those who are unable to attend the festival in person. And, you know, for filmmakers, it means more eyes on their films. You know, we've been able to, because of this virtual capacity, in addition to doing our usual juried competitive awards, we've been able to expand things and add the People's Choice Awards, where you can actually vote on your favorites in each category. That's been a welcome addition to the festival.
Thanks, Linda. Let's take a look at our largest category of submissions, short narratives. Mary Boyce is one of our newest submission team members.
Makers of short narrative films have the challenge of telling a 3-story act in a very limited span of time, typically no longer than 40 minutes. To put things in perspective, 40 minutes is the actual length of most hour-long TV shows when you take out the commercials.
Right, and 40 minutes is about 4 episodes of Insecure. Here's the list of this year's short narrative films.
So I guess those filmmakers really know how to make a long story short. Get it?
Got it. And on to the next category. I think it was that philosopher Marvin Gaye who said, "Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby." Which brings us to the documentary films. Daisy Best, why do you think documentaries appeal to so many people?
Well, I can't top Marvin, he nailed it. But I love documentaries. They educate, they entertain, and they inspire through the lens of real world experience. Documentary films have the ability to introduce the audience to new topics and to give us a deeper understanding of things that we thought we already knew, especially in terms of history and culture. Sometimes documentaries set the record straight. I really am excited about the documentaries we're going to have this year for the film festival. Historically, documentaries have had the ability to inspire conversation, spark movements, and contribute to social change. So I'm looking forward to these, and take it away.
Here are some of the documentary films we're looking forward to seeing.
So our next category is documentary shorts. And for that, we'll go to Ray. Ray, what impresses you most about the art of creating a short documentary?
Hello, my name is Ray Pleasant, and I'm an artist based in Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is my second year in a row being on the submissions committee for the Denton Black Film Festival, and I was really impressed by the documentaries that were submitted. The documentary shorts packed so much information into such a short format, and I think it's so important that our stories are being documented and told by our own community in real time to archive our history. So I really highly recommend the documentaries this year.
And here are the short documentary selections for this year.
The next category of films to reveal are episodic or web series. With all of the streaming services and platforms out here today, it seems like finding a place for an episodic or web series would be easier than ever. Screenwriter T.K. Henderson, has the door been opened wider for new writers and directors?
Absolutely, Ann. Especially post-COVID, with all the streaming platforms, like you said, there are so many streaming platforms that are coming alive every day. It's crazy. But the fact that there is so much information and a wealth of knowledge on the internet now, especially post-COVID, so many people are doing master classes, they're doing tutorial sessions. Everything is virtual now. So you have so many doors that people can step through in terms of getting the knowledge they need to even look at being part of the entertainment industry as a writer, director, or other things behind the camera. So it is open, it is there. I even had a client who is a 70-year-old filmmaker, and he just started, and it's never too late. So definitely, if it's something that you always wanted to be part of the entertainment industry, this is your time.
Thank you, TK. I mean, what an exciting opportunity. I mean, there's no better time seemingly than right now, you know, if you're in the filmmaking business, to jump right in. Here are this year's list of episodic web series.
And one of the many things I love about the Denton Black Film Festival is that our team of creative thought leaders just don't settle for giving us the same old thing every year.
For example, this year, Screendance submissions have been entered into competition, which I'm so excited to be a part of because my new video, Twerking Ain't Easy, is being submitted. So I'm pretty excited about that. But here to tell us more about that category is Shauna Myers.
Many people likely do not know what this category is. We introduced it last year during the virtual festival, and it was so successful that we brought it back again for a competitive award category. And if I could just elaborate on what this category really is all about, briefly, it's a unique cinematic experience that merges cinematography and choreography, and it stirs the imagination and adds a new dimension in understanding movement. So I hope everybody will enjoy it as much as I have.
And these are the entries that made the list.
I expand and elasticize time. Arrive at softness.
when music videos were everything. We watched them on BT, MTV, VH1, and some people seem to think that music videos have lost their relevance. I'm not sure why.
Well, Mary, that could be because 4 of MTV's top-rated shows are about teen moms. Miss the good old days.
Denton Black Film Festival's music director, Frederick Nick Nicholson, shares his thought on the importance of the music video.
So, hey, thanks. Again, my name's Nick, and man, I'm so excited about 2022. As a lot of people know, last year with the pandemic, we were looking for different categories to showcase music artists, and one logical one that came up was the original music videos. And it was great, had a great response. Videos came from all over the country, so we weren't restricted to artists being in person to perform here in Denton, and had a great response. Gave away some prize money, so people love that. And of course, we're back with year 2 of the original music video contest, and have some great finalists that are going to be viewed in a block during the festival and during the virtual festival. So it's just a great thing for musicians to get a chance to expand beyond just playing their instrument or singing. And in addition to the music video, of course, this year we will have live music with a dynamic artist by the name of Mono Neon performing on the 27th at Margot Jones Hall. And opening for him is one of our past performers, Ashley Smith, who's a great jazz and R&B vocalist. So it's really going to be great this year, with the original music video contest and performances. And also, can't forget about spoken word and our comedy. That's always a big hit with festival goers. So we really look forward to 2022 and all that it has to offer for people who are coming here for music, poetry, spoken word, and comedy.
So I'm actually glad you mentioned comedy, Nick. Shameless plug. Aunt and I are hosting Comedy Night February 29th for the Denton Black Film Festival. So we're excited about that. And here are the list of contenders.
Shit might get me body with my hands on the wheel. He begins the process. You know how fast you were driving back there? Well, not that fast. Stoplights are back there. Listen, I don't want to have to call for backup. The very words turn this into nightmare. License and registration, please. Is this your car? And may I take the keys?
We'll meet again. This time around, depression.
I was hella God. Hallelujah to the Holy One. Helen from Oakland to the Cote d'Ivoire. I be gone to Abidjan, airborne in a Savon. Husband in the finest linen, son enrolled in Sorbonne. This black exquisiteness, limitless, infinite, and omnipotent. Why the sick and sidle up, try to siphon magnificence. Ain't tripping them, no, I'm on my God.
Put it on me. Put it on me. But I want you to put it on me. We'll take it nice and slow. Let the music take control.
Oh, the man said, wait for the day. You better.
Bills breaking us down, plus the pandemic. Got us doing time, living like a planned sentence. A few of us put in the killers plan on override decisions. Plotting escapes on a break from this prison.
Everybody knows this world is so cold. And now I think that I'm in love with you. And when I'm in my mood, you know just what to say and what to do. You gotta hold.
Okay, we go any further, Linda has some exciting information about festival passes for the Denton Black Film Festival. Take it away, Linda.
Thanks, Ant. Yes, passes are now on sale at pre-festival prices, and we've got you this year. If you want to access everything for the festival, meaning in-person and virtual, and all of the film screenings and events that we'll have, then the VIP Gold Experience Pass is for you. If you're only interested in in-person film screenings or just virtual film screenings, we have passes for that too. And we even have a 5-block pass where you get to choose between individual screenings. You can do in-person and virtual. You can mix the two. So we're ready for you.
All right, thanks, Linda. So do not wait. Order those passes today. And guess what? For that loved one that has everything, and you're trying to find a holiday gift for them, I bet they don't have 2022 Denton Black Film Festival passes. So just a suggestion. Special perks are available to pass holders. Show off that lanyard.
That's right. You'll be the envy of all your family and friends. Who hasn't worn a lanyard and had their self-esteem rise a few notches?
I know, right? Our last two categories are college student shorts and Texas high school student submissions.
Charles Nicholson, who I've known since he was 4 years old. If you can think way back to when you were in high school and college, way back, what were some of the pressing issues you were dealing with? And how do you compare those to the concerns young people have today?
Way back when, just a few years ago in college, the issues of today, police brutality, racial inequality, economic inequality that still press us today, pressed us back then, of course. And the films that we watch are often reflective of that. So it was a wonderful opportunity to get to watch many young people create films that definitely reflect both the issues that, we've grown up with and that are popping up every day.
Here's the list of college shorts that audiences will have the chance to see.
And here are some of the films from Texas high school students you can check out at this year's film festival.
All right, that wraps up the Denton Black Film Festival 2022 film reveal. Thank you, Linda, Francis, Aaron, TK, Daisy, Ray, Nick, Shauna, Charles, and last but not least, Mary Boyce. I'm Ant, the movie brother. Linda, any final thoughts?
Thank you to Mary and Ant for co-hosting our show today, and to our DBFF team members who participated in today's reveal. Now, we are super excited for you to experience the variety of stories that we've curated to entertain, educate, and inspire you. And in addition to the films we've already revealed today, we have some special invitational selections that we are including in the festival, and we think that you will really enjoy these. And those selections are Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in person or virtually at the 2022 Black Film Festival. Be sure and follow us on social media.